Sir, how much?
180 million.
Say it again, please, sir. Like
180 million. That is what they collected from us, from parents, without the help of the government.
This is Kann Media Group, Africa's voice for truth, power and bold storytelling. Today, we uncover a tragedy that has reshaped childhood, education and national security in Nigeria. A crisis that has stolen futures, silenced laughter and shaken families to their core. These are the chronicles of Nigeria's school kidnappings. It is one of the darkest legacies of Nigeria's modern history. What started as an ideological act of terror in 2014, when Boko Haram militants stormed the government girls' secondary school in Chibok, Borno State, quickly became a national wound. On that night, 276 young girls disappeared into the Sambisa forest. Their abduction sparked global outrage, launched the Bring Back Our Girls movement, and forced the world to confront a new horrifying reality. Schools, places of learning, had become battlegrounds. In the years that followed, the violence evolved, the motive changed, and a new economy of fear was born. By 2020, criminal bandit groups, armed, organized, and emboldened, began targeting schools for one thing: ransom. Hostage taking became a business. Students became bargaining chips. December 11, 2020. Government Science Secondary School, Kankara, Katsina State. Gunmen invaded the school at night, firing shots into the air. Over 300 boys were rounded up and marched into the darkness. Some escaped, most didn't. This was the moment Nigeria realized the kidnappings were no longer isolated. They had become a pattern, a blueprint. 2021 became the year of mass abductions, a year where fear replaced routine and education took a heavy blow. Kankara kidnappings, February 2021. On 17 February 2021, 27 students from Government Science College, Kankara, Niger State, were abducted by armed men. Several staff and relatives were also taken. One student was killed during the raid. Just few days later, on 26 February 2021, armed bandits raided the Government Girls Science Secondary School in Jangebe, Zamfara State, and abducted 279 schoolgirls aged between 10 and 17. The girls were released some days later on 2nd March 2021, though details on how they were released, ransom or negotiation, were not disclosed. Afaka College, March 2021. On 11th March 2021, gunmen attacked the Federal College of Forestry Mechanization in Afaka, Kaduna State, and abducted 39 people, all students. According to Paul's timeline, the abducted spent about 7 weeks in captivity before being released. Greenfield University, Kaduna. On 20th April 2021, about 20 students and 2 staff from Greenfield University were kidnapped in Kasarami village, Kaduna. Reports say a ransom was paid. Some sources mention 150 million naira plus motorcycles for their release. Some students were executed when ransom demands were not met. Islamic School Tegina. On 30th May 2021, gunmen attacked an Islamic school in Tegina, Niger State, abducting dozens of pupils. Some of the youngest, too small to walk, were released early. Bethel High School, Kaduna. On 5th July 2021, bandits kidnapped over 120 students from the Bethel Baptist High School in Kaduna State. The students were released in batches over time. LGEA Primary School, Nasarawa. On 20th January 2023, 6 students aged between 7 to 8 were abducted from LGEA Primary School, Nasarawa. Some were rescued, others regained freedom later. In 1 year alone, hundreds of children vanished and reappeared weeks later, traumatized, broken, changed forever. Then came March 7th, 2024, Kuriga, Kaduna State. A peaceful morning assembly turned into chaos when gunmen surrounded a primary and secondary school. More than 200 pupils were taken, one of the biggest abductions since the Chibok incident. The message was clear. The crisis had not slowed down. It was mutating. The damage goes beyond numbers. It lives in the minds of the children who return home, but never truly return to normal. Nightmares, anxiety, loss of trust, interrupted education. Parents too pay a heavy price. Sleepless nights, sold farmlands, borrowed money, and prayers whispered in the dark.
20th of April, they took these children. No single one policeman that.
And the toddlers they are very, very sick.
Why is Nigeria trapped in this cycle? The reasons are many and complex. Weak security presence in rural areas, well-armed criminal networks, poverty that fuels recruitment into bandit groups, poorly secured schools, a ransom economy that rewards kidnappers. The result? A perfect storm, and children are caught in the middle. Every kidnapping weakens the foundation of education. Thousands of students have dropped out. Many schools have shut down entirely. And in a country where millions are already out of school, each abduction pushes the education into deeper crisis. There could be a way out, but only with a serious commitment. Security experts recommend strengthening community intelligence, fortifying school perimeters, rapid response security units, tackling the root causes of banditry, and implementing the Safe School initiative fully, not just on paper. Because until schools are safe, the future remains unsafe. This is more than a security issue. It is a battle for the soul of a nation and the future of its children. If this documentary moved you, share it. Let the world know what Nigerian children are facing every single day. Subscribe to Kann Media Group, where Africa's stories are told with courage, depth, and truth. Where silence ends and awareness begins.